Yo, what is going on, guys? Gonna be showing you how to play some Kha'Zix Jungle. The first thing you need to know about Kha'Zix Jungle is Talisman is a lot better than Hunter's Machete. Unless you're doing a 3-camp clear on Kha'Zix, which isn't very efficient, you don't want to go Machete. Hunter's Talisman gives you a lot more options, keeps you a lot healthier in mana. Another thing you need to know about Kha'Zix right off the bat is he's a blue side jungler. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, it's true. You don't really want to start red buff on him. He has a lot of issues clearing red buff side early. Things like Raptors and Golems are a big issue when he's only level 2, especially if he doesn't have the blue buff CDR. He plays really well against fighting solo monster camps, so as you can imagine. Killing his blue buff and Gromp is super easy for him, since you can take full advantage of the Q isolation damage. Kha'Zix did just get a big buff, so I figured now was a good time to make a guide on him. I'm going to go ahead and get my ward down on red side. I'm going to ping him on my way to blue. You don't want to start your recall any later than like the 56-second mark. It'll still be there on time. You want to start Q. Even if you don't get a leash, you can still make it work, but Kha'Zix, it's a lot better to get a leash. So for our runes, we have Conquer, Triumphant, Alacrity, Coup de Grace, Sudden Impact, and Ravenous Hunter. The most important one is Conquer and the Ravenous Hunter. You can go for Electrocute. Against their comp, I wanted to be more of a Bruiser Kha'Zix, which is super strong, really high win rate. You're going to be building things like Black Cleaver and Death's Dance, so it'll be super nasty. Especially against blue buff, try to kite it out. Auto attack Q. The blue buff has really low attack range and slow attack speed, so you'll be able to take a lot less damage. Even with the Gromp, you want to try to pull it back. Kha'Zix has a relatively long auto range. Your Q does have slightly more range than your auto attacks as well, especially once you have it evolved, which is normally the first evolve you're going to go for. Alright, got it. We're going to move on to Wolves. The Wolves, you normally want to kill the little ones first and kite out the big one. Another way to do it is kind of set it up to where your second W kills the little ones like this. Doing that is fine as well. That way you're efficiently killing the whole camp and taking full value out of your W. You kite it over here. And then you're going to E over the wall. Make sure your E hits the whole camp of Raptors. That way you can apply your Hunter's Talisman. And you can use your W, preferably space your W out slightly. It should be naturally spaced from the wolf camp. You're going to kite this back, play around your W cooldown. Just like that. Took a little bit more damage than we needed to. It's alright. Auto attack Q reset. Then W. Make sure when you W it, you try to do it at point blank range. If you're too far away, you won't get the healing from it, which will hurt your clears really bad. I'm going to do a 5-camp clear here instead of a 6-camp. I'm going to wait for my W cooldown. A lot of the Kha'Zix kiting is waiting for W there. I didn't quite get a chance to use it. That's alright. If you go in for a 6-camp clear, you'll get a Scuttle Crab roughly 10 to 20 seconds late. So instead, we're here pretty much right on time. There's nothing wrong with doing a full camp clear. We should be able to take him. We have Conqueror. He doesn't. Got him. He had Dark Harvest. Even if he had Electrocute, he couldn't have taken us. We still had our E. We want to try to hold on to it until the enemies use their flash. There we go. That's the power of Kha'Zix with Conqueror, guys. It's really strong. Even though Conqueror's been nerfed a lot, people try to fuck with you. Oh, I missed my W. That sucks. Yeah, people try to mess with you. You just hit them with the auto attack Q. Make sure you try to kite them out. Look how Kha'Zix auto range is pretty long for a melee champ, and his Q range is even longer. So there we dodged a lot of the Yasuo damage. I'm going to heal off the minion here as I cross through. Get myself wave pry. I'm going to ping out Scuttle. She does less than half damage to turrets anyways right now, since it's not... I saw red buff. I think I can fight this guy. Yeah, I don't think he can fight me here. Nudi's coming over though. Smite it. Level 5 with red buff. This guy's out of his mind. Got him. Flash on top of this guy. He's gonna get away. That's all right. That was really good for us. So yeah, Kha'Zix, you start on blue side. You do a 5-camp clear into Scuttle if you feel like you can beat the enemy jungler 1v1. If it's something like an Olaf or a Warwick, something you don't feel confident in, I wouldn't recommend fighting for Scuttle because you'll lose it. In that case, it's best to do a 6-camp clear. By the time you finish your 6th camp, it'll be about 325, 330, and you'll be up here. So you'll be very late to the Scuttle. So if you feel like you can't win the Scuttle fight anyways, just do the full clear. Since it's Dark Harvest Cane, obviously I'm going to 5 camp clear and knock his head in on Scuttle Crab. Alright, let's go for the Grunt. We can go mid soon here in a second. This is where you want to be. Your first item you're going to be rushing on Kha'Zix, excuse me, is your Red Smite Warrior. Blue Smite isn't bad, but if you're going to be playing Conquer or Kha'Zix, you're a lot better going for Red Smite. It makes you way tankier. After we have our Red Smite full item, it's going to be a huge power spike. You should, even if you're not fed, you should be able to hit it before, and then you kind of kite back on your W. Your W cooldown's a big part of Kha'Zix early game clear. The AoE it provides and the heals are insane. Plus you get the kite your camp towards your next camp anyway, so you're not really wasting time. Gonna E over. The only camp you're really gonna use your E on is the Raptors to apply the AoE Hunter's Talisman burn. That's about it. Gonna kite back. You see how my W's coming up? We're going to where we want to go anyways. Since I'm already have some items, it doesn't matter too much, but it's just the kind of mindset you want to get yourself in. If you just stand there and tank the camp like a monkey, you're gonna put yourself really far behind. I want to get in his jungle and fight him. I have a big item lead. Not sure where he went. I'm gonna get a ward down. Might be on wolves or raptors. All right, he went to raps. His blue side's probably down. Chemo looks gankable. All right, we'll go mid. Yasuo is 2 deads. We can take advantage of this. If we want to walk up behind him with our E up, we're gonna hold on to our E. Red Smite him. Auto attack W. All right, got him. Auto attack Q reset. We tried to W him, and we still have our dash. So even if he flashed, we could have jumped on top of him. You want to go for a Q evolve first. Really, really strong. Gives your Q even more range, and Q is your main form of damage. Kha'Zix, once you have about 3 points in your Q, you can solo dragons really easily. I'm gonna go bot lane and avoid that tri-brush. Even if it's warded right now, it can't see me until I cross right there. We do have our R. None of them have R's yet. Go invisible. Alright, not bad. I jumped a little early. I was trying to finish off Nunu before he had a chance to heal because he was ignited at the time. So even if I jumped on him and he tried to bite me, then he wouldn't get much healing anyway. So I forced the fight there. And after you engage, you normally use your R kind of as an auto attack resetter anyways, because after you auto attack Q like this, you have to wait for your Q to come off a cooldown, and obviously your auto attack has a slight cooldown as well. And then whenever you come out of your ulti, you'll get your unseen threat passive again, which is really nice. Don't actually have my K doesn't have red buff yet. I'm gonna go ahead and hop the wall. Kane's chasing kills. I'm gonna snag his red buff. My blue buff spawned in, obviously did red at the same time as doing my blue. And it would be up, he doesn't have it. He's gonna walk into us. Fighting people one-on-one, especially when you're near bushes, is really strong. As long as you step, okay, is he gonna come? I think he is. We'll chill for him. As he walks into the bush, we're gonna auto attack Q him. Bushes are your best friend. Or I'll even W, auto attack Q. W auto attack Q is probably a little bit better. Your W has a fairly long startup time, and if they can't see you, it's hard for them to dodge it anyways. This is probably the better maneuver there. Next, we're going to go to his blue buff. Remember what I said, you kind of kite the camp out, play around your W. Just put a few autos on it. We're taking less autos since they're trying to run past each other. Think of it like Black Friday shoppers in the US. They're trampling each other to get past each other. I still have an R charge. I didn't even get to use my R the second time. He also barely slipped through my fingers. Kane's still pretty weak, but I do need to spend my gold. It looks like he's coming for Scuttle Crab. I need to eat some fruits. I have my dash still. Camille's on our way. Me and Kane have equal items, but I'm a higher level with red buff. We can definitely win this. Auto attack Q. He's fucked. I'm gonna hold the wall. He has nothing to jump towards. Alright, another thing you guys need to know is when you are in midair on your E, you can Q people. So I could E away from this and Q it in midair, as long as it's within range. That's one of the few kind of flashy Kha'Zix mechanics that make him a crowd favorite. Camille top side, I'll attack Q, W. I don't think I can kill her. I want to reset and spend my gold. I'm sitting on way too much. If she was pushed up farther, I'd go for it, but I don't want to tank turret. I'm very fed. There's no need for me to throw my lead. for very little gain. Their team is ridiculously AD heavy. I'm going to go ahead and pick up my tabbies. I'm going to build into Phage. Phage is really nice on Kha'Zix, particularly Conqueror Kha'Zix. Phage gives you huge movement speed bonus whenever you auto something. Deals physical damage to enemy champs. Okay, so shreds armor, obviously. And then it gives you movement speed whenever dealing physical damage. Yeah, so the Phage only gives movement speed on auto attacks. But for Trinity Force and Black Cleaver, it's on physical damage, so my Q's as well. And I don't think my E does magic damage. Oh, it does physical. Cool. So even my E speeds me up once I have Black Cleaver. Phage itself only speeds you up on auto attacks. So Black Cleaver is a really big buy, particularly for Conqueror Kha'Zix, since you're playing more of a Bruiser style build. I don't think I can even get over there. Might as well. I think we can pick up a double. We're going to go ahead and max our W second, I believe. We're only going to get to use our E once in a fight anyways. Watch this. Boom. 1Q. I think Nunu just kamikazed. He saw me. That was kind of weird. Their respawns are 4 seconds apart, about 5 seconds. I might actually be able to pick up a Varus here. I already have my pink ward in his jungle. I'm just holding on to a pink right now. I really want to kill the big golem first. It does too much damage to justify killing the medium one. It's a lot more efficient to kill the big one first, even in your first clear. The monsters you use your smite on Kha'Zix is Gromp and Golem in your first clear. We can W, auto attack Q, R reset. Watch this. Okay, it's a Nunu. Where the heck is Varus? I don't know if I can kill Nunu. He's got a little bit of HP. Got him. That was a W, auto attack Q. And you do have 2 charges of R. We didn't really have to use it on anyone else. It's a nice little speed up though. And chunk that down. We'll play around Dragon. It's about to spawn in. Ooh, we could probably dive this. Oh, Kane's here, mama. I'm gonna go pick up Scuttle Crab. Jump on top of his head. I have my Conqueror stacked up here. Hit him with the Q. Hit him with W. Dragon's free. In fact, his red buff spawning in. I'm going to pick that up before we go to Dragon. Oh, I'm actually going to come over here. Oh, Lilia's got that. Never mind. That's free. She's got a 2-level lead on Camille. There's just no way. Camille doesn't have the gold to fight that. I'm going to jump away. That was awkward. I kind of messed up my smite there. Should probably take the Scuttle Crab first. Kane doesn't have a full item like I do, but if he has another smite charge, he could easily yoink this. So I'm pulling this out. Might have just backed. Alright, we'll finish it. Yeah, he's mid. He's probably going for his blue buff. Keep pointing points in my W. That Nunu snowball's super annoying. Yeah, they're just gonna reset. That's fine. I'll take this. This bush isn't warded. We had our sweeper on in it. I can't get to Kane's blue buff in time. I still have a sizable item lead over the Varus and Nunu, as long as Nunu doesn't roll snowball into me. I'll probably just R out of the bush so he doesn't see me unless I can get on him earlier than I did last time. Okay, Varus went mid. We'll go ahead and reset. We can go ahead and pick up a full Black Cleaver anyways. This is good back timing. One nice thing about Kha'Zix is he can play around objectives quite nicely. You have high attack damage. You can break turrets quickly. You can solo dragons once you have 2 or 3 points in your queue. Preferably back at least once before you try to. and Heralds as well because of his isolation damage. Very, very nice. You don't have to rush Tiamat either. That's a misnomer. We just Shrek'd this camp. We didn't need Tiamat to do so. It actually just throws off your item purchase by rushing Tiamat on KhaZix. It's not necessary at all to do. I wouldn't recommend it. Just gonna waste basically 1300 gold when KhaZix is mostly single target damage anyways. Alright, let's go fight Camille. Ooh, she's trying to get away. You know, R on top. You know, R to Herald. I'm going to evolve my W second. I really enjoy KhaZix W evolve, especially if you're going to be maxing your W second on KhaZix. Going for W evolve second, going your evolutionary secondary on W is very nice. Gives you lots of AoE. Gives you a very nice slow as well. It makes KhaZix actually viable in team fights. Having that W evolve is insane. We have Herald. Let's go snag that Kane. He went the wrong King versus me. Boom, W. That was a EW right there, ladies. Where's KhaZix? I mean, where's Yasuo at? I'll just take his turrets. After Black Cleaver, it's best to go for Death's Dance or for a lifeline item. If they were heavy AP, we could go Maw. If they were neutral damage or heavy AD, we would go Steric's Gauge. In this case, Death's Dance is super overtuned right now, so we're just going to grab that instead. And they hit him with the W and run away. Do you see that big slow? They can't keep up at all. Chunked him, I couldn't quite stay on top. Just cycling through my R's. Flash slowed. Hit him with the Q. Yes, that's the power of Bruiser Kha'Zix. You get to stay in there forever, get full conk stats, and fight it out, guys. That's why Conquer Kha'Zix is far superior to Electrocutor Dark Harvest. Better 1v1s, better team fights. I hope you guys learned something on how to play Kha'Zix Jungle. If you enjoyed this guide, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, we consistently stream 5 days a week, so check us out on Twitch. Link down in the description and pinned comment below.